Alrighty.
I should probably pull out my nascent flash macro. Wherever the hell it is, there.
Okay. I'm gonna see how this goes. My spell speed is finally up, so
As quickly as possible, right?
this is gonna be still off, but not as much. I was said that we short about 100. So that's fine. Correct. You are Zoe this first.
Let's begin, shall we?
And we have cardio, we're already doing pretty good.
We are off to a good start. We are off to a good start. Out inner card.
There!
Oh, okay. I forgot how the fucking fight went.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Gonna go wherever he goes.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Yeah, I was way out of position. They were trying to raise up belt. So I got blasted.
Gotta get used to the opener. Focusing too
All
much
good.
on that.
Yeah, warrior.
Can't wait. I'm guessing you were primal rending during the out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's begin, shall we?
I feel like that's the hardest part, is
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own
managing warriors' weird 1 minute forced gap close.
And he has to charge 3 times.
Okay. Inner card.
Also undeadly knockback resistance.
Yeah, you know, that's not wrong.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Is he not with you?
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
What is this?
It's far.
It's second on Jin.
Yeah, we can reset that. Was Jin not with you, Ruby? The factor used that as straight damage.
I.
Use Link to me.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just being weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I said, I wasn't saying one of you was there. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something there. Okay, all good. Because I just saw the dead body, but the HP had already been topped up, so that's why I was asking.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close.
Such speed,
Jumping
it's as
towards
if there's a
D3.
pack of him.
All good.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Get to your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Knockback, we're going counterclockwise. Start rotating. Supports inner card. Hello, shake it off regen. Twos.
Must have heard. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly
Three.
true.
Three. Far. Jump to 4.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Do your thing. We're starting at 1-3. First will be me, then Jin. Jin will be next. Next marker's out. Alright, next person in. And we got Ruby after. Watch damage on the heads. Just keep an eye on that. Last is gonna be Macy, then Cap. Yeah, we just need to move quicker. That's okay. That is okay.
What happened?
The wind orb caught us. It caught you, but like if it didn't catch you, Leona was gonna catch all of us. It came up on us real quick. So it did catch you, but I was standing right next to you, and I believe the other person in our pair was just coming back through. So it's all good. Let's do it.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out, Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close.
Such speed,
Jumping
it's
to
as if
sea.
it's a pack of him.
We were missing a buff.
Missing a buff.
It was tank stance.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
I do it.
I was like, what do you mean you were missing a buff? Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad.
I thought a Dante drive-by blasted us, but that makes more sense.
I was so confused. He said we were missing a buff. I'm like, what do you mean? Party is right there. I see it.
Go for a buff.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out, Cardinal.
There!
Out at the Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Close. It's gonna be jumping to 2.
There's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
We're going counterclockwise. Start rotating. DPS in card. Nice job. Buster and then 2 Shrilly.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly
Good
true.
4. 4. Bar. Jumped up by A. Where's bar?
Not bad. Not bad.
Chef.
But we've scarcely begun.
Starting at 1-3. First is going to be me, then Jin. Start moving. For next thing. Remember to keep moving if you're able. That's expedient. First feed. Next feed. Hit the cap. Trucking. Has to be Ruby then Leon. The Ruby should go now. Keep moving, keep moving. Watch the heads. Yeah, we just gotta make sure we keep moving those at the end. Even if we get close to where he is. On a positive damage looks real good. Yeah, those orbs have a deceiving hitbox while they're moving. All good though. We're getting there.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out, inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Gonna be close.
Such speed, it's as if there's a
Jumping
pack
towards
of
one.
them.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
Find your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Knock back. Going clockwise. Start moving. DPS. Going to the Cardinals. Show our stack. Get all our mid on this. That's it. Twos.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Flying true.
1, 3. 3. R. Jump to C. Good job.
Not bad.
35.6.
Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Go to your heads. Starting at 1, 3. Everything's first will be Leon and Ruby. Leon right away, and then Ruby. When you use it. Next will be the melees, Macy, then Cat. Trucking along. And then it'll be me, then Jin at the end here. Watch the heads. Kill him. I am an idiot and debated myself. Good time. Good times. Okay. Twos are coming
Bear
as
my
well.
fighting wits.
Make sure we heal through this. Nice job.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Okay. Well, we're looking at the inner cards. If you don't have anything on the stack, you're going opposite
The
of the one
earth
that
is
has
mine
one.
to command.
Right, 3 is north. Supports the 3.
Pack of wolves.
Alright, find your spots in the room. Shift off them accordingly. Shift again. It's gonna be a close. That's not the... What the hell? What happened to my... Okay.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Huh? That was weird.
Were you trying to healer LB3?
No. Healer LB's on a completely different bar. I hit Seraphism and it freaking popped that. It's fine. We'll just practice these dodges as best we can, even though it's going to be kind of goofy. And walk them out. At least identifying the initial safe spot.
Try this.
Type deal. So, find the homie. Alright, seaside. 3 is the safe quadrant. 3 is the safe quadrant. We're going to move after 3. We're going to head to 4.
Oh no! That was too much for the challenger!
And then safe side is B. Ow. And then go to the inner card. Or card in this case. And then we do a Wind Fang. And that could also be a Stone Fang, and then after that, we get a Tracking Tremor. And after Tracking Tremor, we get a Raid Wide, and then we go into second phase if it's not, or if it's dead. So, almost there. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened. I literally have Limit Break on a completely different bar, and for some reason it flipped to that bar, and I don't know why my controller did that. So, okay.
We were cooked anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, in theory, if we would have been able to get to the LB3, we could have practiced the other thing. But all good. Alright, let's do it.
Just remember, we gotta be behind the white clones.
Yes. Behind the white clones,
Let's
and everyone
begin,
has a set,
shall we?
like, area you're going to be going to.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
In Arden.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close. It's going to be jumping towards 40.
There's a pack of him.
With
Very right.
Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Start moving.
Oh!
Oh no, that was
Wasn't
too
towards
much
the other
for
thing, I'm sorry.
I need a cover at the...
Purple.
Cover at 8. You
The
can get it.
challenger, rise it again! Can they turn this around?
Nice job. Thank you, Bell. The one positive to home gang is the most busted fucking involved. The cover.
Yeah, that's my bad. My dumbass heard. I didn't hear you say it.
It's okay.
You have to
We're all good.
You gotta say
Okay.
counter winner shins.
Okay. They need to stack that buster, so get some shields on you. There you go. Have some damage.
You must have heard.
Twos.
But they're not out of the fight yet.
Isn't counter
Fenrir's
winners
power can be wielded in
I have
surprising
no
ways.
clue what it is.
Where did that
We need that
crazy
one
thing
like
come from?
super British dude to tell us.
My truth!
2, 4. 2. R. 1.
Okay, sure.
The challenger's down!
Is this the end?
I see what happened.
I got hit because I got close after him and got hit by the circle under him on the wall.
That would do it. All good, all good.
Dumb. His AoEs need to go off faster.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
In Cardinal. In Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
far.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
That was close.
Hey, you got clapped up pretty good there. I don't know what happened.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
We're going clockwise, knockbacks, clockwise. Start rotating now. Yeah, EPS, inner card.
Must have heard. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Flying true!
2-4. 4. Close. Enemy jumping to C.
Not bad, not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Starting at 1-3. Ruby, then Cap. Ruby right away. Okay. This would be Leon and Macy. Last will be Jin, then myself. Remember to keep moving. Orb's coming quick. Orb's coming quick. Okay. Alright. Now we're good. Nice job. Good one, Bob.
Bear my fighting wings!
Oh my god. That's on me. Shit.
Still you stand.
I fucked that time
How
up royally.
The earth is mine to command.
No, I fucked up the timing. I was trying to get the spread low time between. One is north.
Pack of wolves!
I did that wrong.
Yeah, no, that was on me. I apologize. I apologize. I'll just spread the ammo at the start of it.
Let's begin, shall we?
Let's It probably makes sense to spread low that
Can the
early
challenger
anyway.
defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out. Inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Heart.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind
Response
answers my
from
call.
counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Start moving.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
We're gonna need to cover at the blue marker. Cover in blue.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Spam whatever heals we need to get through this. And if we're able to get him up, we need him up.
Swift in 15.
Alright. We'll try to get him up. Mel, you might just die to this. Just throw all the mitt you have at it, or well, actually, just take the hit, I guess. And grab Bell as soon as you're able. Not ideal.
No, it didn't get me by all that much.
No, I figured it wasn't going to get you by too terribly much, but
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
that's okay.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
1, 3. 3. Close. Just gonna jump towards 4D.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Was that a 1-2 enmity then? I'm gonna guess. Gotcha. Okay. I'm good. I was just like, how the hell did we die? All good. Okay. I'll just keep rolling. Yes.
Let's begin, shall we?
We should be on the side arrows.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
And remember, because it's a cone, the closer you are to the boss, the more precise you have to be counted in it. Out. Cardinal. Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Gonna be a close.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Alright.
Oh dear, the challenger's fallen
Reset
out
that.
of the ring.
All good.
Let's begin, shall we?
All good. Let's just be
Can the
safe.
challenger defeat the wolf in his
Just
own
get to
lair?
our prog point cleanly. Try to get to phase 2 early. Cardinal. In Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close. Close. And jump towards D4.
I think I'm having a problem with my mouse. It's not turning my goddamn tank stance on.
That would do it. It's alright.
Good, Bill?
Yeah.
Did you just leave it on since you're a warrior now?
Sure, we can do it. See if it works.
I was gonna say, worst case scenario,
Let's
you could
begin,
just leave it
shall
on
we?
and just stack on him at the start.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own
Because there's no,
lair?
like, until the clock spot mechanic happens, there's no reason to not be up there. Or just shirk him as soon as you grab Hate like you just did right there. Out, Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close. Jumping to B.
It's as if there's a pack of him.
You're in defend your spot.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Or going clockwise. Knock back. Going clockwise. Start rotating.
Don't fucking worry.
down! Is this the
Alright.
end?
Just grab him. We would need a cover at
Challenger rises again!
this case.
Can they turn this around?
Unfortunate.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know which one's gonna need the cover is the hard part.
It's blue.
Well, right, but
Well, the problem
Because of the way
was the DPS had the towers, so it's whichever DPS got your tether.
right. That's all right. We're all good. Just shake it off.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out. Inner card. Out. Inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close. Can we jump in
It's
towards
as
2?
if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Go to your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Going counterclockwise. Knock back. Start rotating now. BPS. BPS on the inner cards.
but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
Looking at 2-4. On to 2. It's going to be a far.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Starting at 2-4.
That was new.
Did you wall it?
He hit the middle, it looks like?
Hit the middle.
Fucking primal red.
Ah, that would do it.
I'm gonna go jump off a bridge real quick.
Gotta love the skills that move you. Damn.
Let's begin, shall we?
But no, because he's actually popping mid.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf?
Could you imagine? We never would have gotten through 6.
It would have been. Okay. In retard. In retard.
There!
Doing the ends with only equilibrium.
I wonder if you can keep up.
It's gonna be close. Jumping towards 40.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Find your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Going counterclockwise, knockbacks. Counterclockwise. Start your rotations. Supports on the Cardinal. Deuce.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
3. 3. It's gonna be far. Jump to 4.
Not bad, not bad, but we've scarcely begun.
Okay. To our sides. Starting at 1-3. People are through. It's going to be Leon and Macy. Leon is going to see Babel, and Macy after. Okay. Next set's going to be Ruby, then Cat. Turn the ads around. Last will be Jin, then myself.
Where are my biting wings? Still you stand. How delightful. The earth is
Watch the
mine
cards.
to command.
North is 3, supports the 3.
Pack of wolves.
Move, move, move. Get to your spots. Shift. Make sure you're behind the wolf heads. It's going to be a close. It's jumping towards 3. It's close. Dodge the things. It's alright.
I can get him.
Thank you. Tank Buster. Okay. For that, we'll center the homie.
Try this.
First one. We're going to be on the D side. 1 is the safe corner. 1 is the safe corner. Get to 1. Dodge towards 2. And then we're going to spread on the A side. Spread on the A side of the room.
The challenger's down.
Dodge those guys.
This is the end.
Stone Fang, get to your markers. Out. Out, Cardinal. There you go.
Oh no!
Alright,
That was
cracking
too much for
tremors
the
will be after
challenger.
this, so back up and burn anything you can to keep it
Really,
alive.
game?
I was gonna say, it's gonna be real rough.
I'm confused. 1 was our first safe quadrant. What was the unsafe quadrant?
What do you mean? Like, can you rephrase your question so I understand what you're asking?
What was the first side being cleaved?
D was the safe side. The safe side of the room was D. Sorry, I had to look at the room again. The safe side of the room was D.
So 4 was the unsafe and 1 was the safe?
4 was the unsafe, 1 was the safe.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Is it the third that cleaved the same side?
So what happened there
Or is
was,
it
I
fourth
can't remember
or
exactly.
second or fourth?
I can't remember how they spawned precisely, but we'll just say they spawned at A and went counterclockwise because that's kind of what I'm remembering. It was a cleave towards B, then a cleave towards C, then another cleave it was a cleave towards B, a cleave towards C, a cleave towards B, a cleave towards D, and then a cleave towards C. Because we had to sit in 1, dodge the stack spread, stay in 1, dodge from 1 to 2, got us on the correct half of the room for the third cleave, and then stay at A because the last cleave was cleaving where the third guy was, is what it looked like. So that's going to be how I'm going to essentially be trying to call that, is I'm going to call a safe half of the room to start. So I'm going to call a safe half, whatever that half is, So I'll call the safe half of the room, then I'm going to call a quadrant. 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's where you need to get after the stack spread goes off, get to that quadrant, and then from that quadrant, I'm going to call a second move. So I'm going to call something like 1 and then 2, and just know that once the second cleave has gone off, well, actually, it really depends, but yeah, that's going to be your goal. It's going to be to get to that quadrant, because that quadrant's going to effectively be safe for the rest of the mechanic.
But, this, for my knowledge, is it true that first and third always cleave the same side?
That is not correct.
Or
It could be random.
First and third will always cleave the same direction. So 1 and 3 will always be cleaving, say, east-west.
East-side.
They'll always be cleaving to the east or the west. And 2 and 4 would always be cleaving to the north, relative east-west, and then relative north-south.
but one of the cleaves, one of them hits the same spot as a previous one. Always.
Does it?
Yes. I'm trying to figure out if that's first and third always, or if it cannot be second or fourth.
From what I understood, that wasn't the case, but maybe that is the case.
Because
I can tell
that's
you-
how you dodge. That's how, like, you know that one side is the one side of the room.
I was gonna say, I've
Yes.
never seen that. I've never seen that said in any of the stuff I've seen for it. So if that is true, it's news to me. From what I understood, they always just would cleave however they cleave, and you just have to watch it. Because there'd never be a scenario where you'd have to dodge diagonally off of a third dodge. It's an identical mechanic to Carbuncle. To Proto-Carbuncles. Cleaves when you have to circle around the room with the rotations. It's a very similar thought. There's never really going to be a point where you'd have to dodge diagonally. Because the axis will always be safe. Because if he's cleaving B to start and then say C, you know you're in 1, but the third cleave, you would always have to be dodging out of 1 to either 4 or 2. One of the two will always be safe.
But wouldn't it, because, like, for example, the third and first both cleaving the B side, doesn't that make it possible that we don't have to do a diagonal dodge?
I'm saying it, even if they did, you'd never have to do a diagonal dodge. You'd never have to diagonal dodge, because even if they cleaved, like I said, because of the way the dodges go. Because if you started in 1, if they were cleaving B, then cleaving C, even if the next cleave was going to B, your dodge would never be to 3, your dodge would be to 4, or stay at 1. Because whatever the guy at D is doing, he's either making 1 or 4 safe. Wherever the third dash is going, if you think of the mechanic, we're effectively doing the same thing twice. It's doing the exact same thing twice. The first 2 dodges are paired, and the second 2 dashes are paired. And that's all you have to think of, because by the time the third and fourth happen, you've already dealt with 1 and 2. So there's really 2 quadrants you're looking to find. But yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, the third is a simple, you're standing in the safe quadrant, but there would never be a scenario where, if, say, we were in 3, there would never be a scenario where the next dodge would put you at 1. 1 might eventually be a safe spot, but if you were at 3, your dodge would always be, you know, potentially to 2 and then to 1, or to 2 and then to 4. Or excuse me, 4 and then to 1. It would always be a step-by-step process. You'd never need to dodge it diagonally, because you have time between the cleaves to step them. Okay, Jin is good now. Alright, but we can just keep rolling. The more we see it, the better we'll get at it. And like I said, you might be right that they don't ever double up. I feel like I've seen them double, or I've seen them not double up before.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
In harder. In harder.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
R.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Start rotating now. DPS on the inner cards. Got the raid wide coming. And attack booster.
Must have heard. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
4. 2. Close. Jumping towards 3.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
One of the tethers is wrong.
Leon's disconnecting. I think.
We're doing it. That was weird.
Yeah, did you just take the tank?
I think he's back, but we're not able to do anything about it. Yeah, he lagged, and then his body teleported out of the circle after it went off.
Sorry, I just saw a tether on our side was like really close to the head. I'm like, something is not right.
Are you saying relative to other polls or relative to previous days?
Previous days. Because that one was
Gear.
45.
It's gear. It's gear. It's a gear thing because
Even if we pot, then we're gonna crush this.
Yeah, damage has never been our weak point.
Well, it becomes a problem when both melees are forced to one side.
right. Worst case, if that happens, it just becomes, we either hope that they're the first two that swap sides, so that it forces the damage to even out, or I guess ideally, or one swaps right away and then the other swaps at the end.
Yeah, otherwise, you'll learn the hard way.
Let's begin, shall we?
I was trying to type.
That was a really short countdown.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his
Fastest
own lair?
countdown.
Oh, my range attack is A, and I was trying to type.
That would do it.
That's an interesting question.
Good.
Yeah, I don't do Wazity like all the other guys.
That's an interesting layout.
Do you do ESDF?
Yep.
I knew it.
It's
I mean, it
superior.
makes sense because then you get an extra button on the side.
You get an extra
Exactly.
button,
I would hurt my wrist trying to do that.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger
But yeah,
defeat
Jin,
the
the way
wolf
you can
in
think
his
of it
own
is, we
lair?
ended up basically getting 2 weapons coming in this week versus last week. So, that would give substantial more. On top of the other gear we obviously got.
I technically got 2 left side pieces.
And
There!
I'm done.
that's the spirit.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Okay, it's gonna be close. Going towards that.
It's as if there's a pack of him.
It worked out.
I have spell speed for days now. I can get so many heals off. I won't have any MP when I'm done, but I can get so
With
many heals
Fenrir's
off.
might,
I might need a
I
run over
rouse
something.
a storm.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
The wind
Okay.
answers my call.
We're going counterclockwise. After we're going counterclockwise. Start your movement. DPS mid cards.
Oh, we don't have Dark Mission on that anymore.
No, we do have shake on it, though.
We have Shake, which is better.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Well,
Shake's
because
better.
tracking tremors is physical, so
Oh, okay, yeah, it's better.
the shield plus the regen is just
They're not out of the fight
huge.
yet.
Gotcha.
Fenrir's power
still
can
hurts,
be wielded in
but-
surprising ways.
Shake it off over time covers a lot of
Where did that colossal thing come from?
the little stuff.
Fly true!
1, 3. 1. Be far. You jump to 1 or see any. Just see. Just thinking red marker across from red marker.
Not bad, not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Starting at 2-4. First is going to be Cat, then Ruby. Cat right away, then Ruby. It's gonna be me, then Jin. It's gonna be Macy, then Leon. Dues.
Bear my fighting wings! Still you stand. How delightful!
Do this the best we can. Remember to use sprint and move quick.
The earth is mine to command!
Watch the inner cards. 2 is north. DPS to 2.
Pack of wolves!
Oh, did I read that wrong? I did.
It's gonna be a close. What a dick.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Unfortunate. I should have waited a second for that LB. I don't. Is that a word? I'm assuming you meant crowded.
You were on the wrong spot. Kat, I don't know if somebody was in your spot.
We still got ran over, Cat. It doesn't matter.
Try this!
You did not have a clone at 3, Kat.
Okay, so you start at the seaside. 4 is safe. You would stay at 4. Stay at 4. Actually, stay at 4 the whole time.
The challenger's down.
4 is literally safe the
Is
entire
this
time.
the end?
Kat, I had a white clone at C, which meant your white clone was on B. Bravo. Yeah, that's the only reason I know you were in the wrong spot, because mine was at C.
Why couldn't this guy do that every time? Where it's just, this is the safe corner and you just stay here the entire time. All good. Behind your meat shield.
Mine's clone.
Oh, I understand. That's okay. It's all good.
Let's begin, shall we?
Yeah, I think that's just more that mechanic in particular. You just gotta move.
In his own lair.
You just gotta be ready to move super fast, and then, provided the first part's done right, the second part, it's just a very big run right to your quadrant, or run right to your safe section, rather. Out, cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Bar. Jump to D1.
There's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The
Pick your
wind
spots.
answers my
Going
call.
clockwise. Knock back. Start moving.
Ouch, I
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
I stood too far in.
Yeah, we can reset that.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
It's alright.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out, inner card, out, inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close. Going towards 2B.
There's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Your spots.
The wind answers my call.
We're going clockwise. Knock back. Moving clockwise. Start rotating. EPS on the end cards. Good stuff.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Watch for the towers.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Flying
One,
true!
3. 3. Far.
Oh no, that was too much
I
for the
got
challenger.
You can grab Dante.
Interesting. That must have been just slightly too
Not
far out.
bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Do your spots. We're starting at 2-4. Starting at 2-4. First is Cat, then Macy. Cat, then Macy. Next is Leon and Ruby. And then last will be me, then Jin. Jin. These guys are going to be high, so yeah.
That's my bad. I thought about it and didn't do it.
That's all right. 2 deaths a second before going into that was just going to be rough in general. Yeah. It's all good. Just run it back.
That's on me. I should have built it.
It's all good. Shit happens.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Okay. In Cardinal. In Cardinal.
I wonder if you can keep up.
It's gonna be close.
Such
Towards
speed, it's as if
D3.
there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my
Knock
call.
back, we're going clockwise. Going clockwise. Start rotating. Be safe. DPS inner card. It hits.
Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
2, 4. 4 or 2. Sorry, 2. That one.
Oh no, that was too much for the Challenger.
This is gonna be a par.
The Challenger rises again. Can they turn this around?
That's unfortunate.
I got both reses. The second res will be swift.
We need some mid on this, I know. Does it hurt?
We don't. We'll be fine.
Not bad.
It's
Not
going to
bad.
hurt, but we'll be
But we've scarcely begun.
I didn't know if he did like AoE damage at the start of it.
yeah, right here.
Yeah, that.
That was... Damn. Yeah, that's... Crap. That's alright.
I didn't have shake for another 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Okay, all good. All good.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the Challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out. Inner card. Out. Inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close.
Such speed,
That's
it's as
2B.
if there's a pack of him.
Every time you run through like that, I'm amazed you don't die.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way to get there.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
It's the only way for me to get to you.
Render spots.
The wind answers my call.
Going clockwise, knock back. Going clockwise. Start your rotations now. Supports inner card. I assume you mean wrong.
I hope you have been doing it too.
I hope you've been doing a rotation this whole time. If you haven't been, man, this thing's really gonna get cooked now.
Oh, I forgot to long.
Oh, I gotcha. Dad joke. I understand that.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Hanging out.
I don't know. I appreciate his joke now that I understand it.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
1, 3. 3. It's a far. -3.
Oh,
The challenge
yeah.
is down! Is this
That was
That was
good.
an tank aggro thing.
Yes, that was tank aggro.
That was
It
good.
wasn't me this time.
You can always tell when something bad's about to happen when I'm looking at the tanks and I don't see any code go at them. And I'm like, oh.
I
That's
saw
not
the
gonna end well.
go left and I went, uh-oh.
All good. Okay.
Wait, one time.
I have to start back here with Dante.
What?
Because I'm also tomahawking.
Great.
Oh. Makes sense.
Sorry, I knocked something over. Crap.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
In inner card. In inner card.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Far. Going to C.
It's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's
Spot.
might, I rouse the storm.
Do your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Knockback. We're going clockwise. Start moving.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
We're gonna need a cover at the blue tower.
Oh no! That was too much for the challenger!
That was gonna be rough. I'm guessing you just got hit by the rotation. Oh, knockback. Gotcha. Okay.
I think Tether's stuff went weird anyway because we wound up with 2 DPS in the blue tower.
Yeah, no, the tethers went weird because Cat was dead, but then it double tapped Jin, so Jin was
Let's
dead.
begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Nice thing is IR's going there. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
You do both knockbacks. I don't know why you
They
would. It's good.
They cancel each other out. It'll go flying twice as far. Out. Cardinal. Out. Cardinal. I got Cat.
I wonder if you can keep up.
It's gonna be close. Going towards 2.
It's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Back. We're going clockwise, not back. Going clockwise. Start moving. Supports to the Cardinals. I got tank stuff.
Uh-oh.
I got you. We're fine. It's at 4. So we find you take it wherever.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
We're all good.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
My truth!
Plug 3. 1. R. Jump to A. Nice job.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Okay, start at 2-4. First one is going to be me. Me, then Jin. So. Did you get clipped by the... Did you get clipped by my line there?
Apparently,
Ow.
the only thing that makes sense.
That was weird. I was gonna say, I was standing near the center. I thought, alright. Let's see.
The tank cleave is actually really narrow, so you can go further.
You can basically be on the wall, right?
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the
And
challenger
actually
defeat the wolf?
try to get as close to the center of the mob as possible. And then scooch over to the safe side
Follow what you're saying.
even more. Because the cone is not that
It's not that wide. Out. Cardinal. Out. Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Be close.
Such speed,
Jumping
it's as
toward
if there's a
V3.
pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storms.
Okay.
The wind answers
Your spots.
my call.
Knockbacks now. We're going clockwise. Knockbacks going clockwise. Start moving. Supports to Cardinal.
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
Happened there.
They're missing
He had to
something.
have been missing something.
Leon just
Something, I
kind of
think.
like got smacked by himself for some reason. And then once we lost one person, it's kind of cascaded. Well, for one, my food wore off, but
That would do it.
I wasn't the one that died, which is weird.
Let's begin, shall we?
I mean, it's weird Troubadour didn't
Can the
still
challenger defeat the
strange.
wolf
I
in
wouldn't
his
think
own
that would be
way?
enough to hard nuke us. Maybe? Inner card. Inner card.
There!
Square 2, I thought I ate 2 food.
I wonder if you can keep up.
It's gonna be close. You probably did.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack
We
of
jump
him.
into C. It would have just fallen off if you had to.
Oh, makes sense.
With Fenrir's
Assuming you
might,
had a manual.
I rise
Yeah,
and scorn.
Get to your spots.
The wind answers my
Knock back
call.
for going clockwise. Start moving.
I'm noticing that last one was really far south. Are we not being stacked up correctly?
You're saying the last... This one we just did?
Yeah, like the last pulse.
That must have hurt. But they're not out of the fight yet.
I mean, everyone was in it.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe that's what got us that one.
Fenrir's power
Oh,
can
if
be
not
wielded
everyone was in the stack.
surprising ways.
Like, so then someone died and then just goes downhill.
Cascade. No, that makes sense.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Very possibly.
Fly true.
Going to one. Going to one. Far. Jump to A.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
We're starting at 1-3. First is going to be Cat, then Macy. Rotate. Next will be Ruby, then Leon. And then next will be Jin, then me. Jin right away. Okay. Running an ammo. Kill the homies.
Bear my biting wings.
Okay.
Still you stand.
Be safe. Prioritize on
How
mechanics over the
delightful.
other side. You get to go. Look at the card
The
or
earth
inner
is
cards.
mine to
The
command.
inner cards. 4 is north. DPS to 4.
Pack of wolves.
Move, move, move. Alright, get to your spots. Shift. It's gonna be a far. Watch for the clones. It's far. You jump to A. Look at him for the homies.
Oh, fuck.
Dodge the cleaves. It's alright. Just take that, Dante. It's gonna kill you. I'll heal their LB as soon as it kills you. Just go that route. I tried to time that. It did not time well. Shit. Make sure we poke that. I got him.
Try this.
Alright, watch the clones. Seaside is safe. Safe corner is 3. Mid corner is 3. And we're gonna dodge to 2. Dodge to 2 after this first dash. Dodge to 2. And then we are going to dodge up to 1.
Too much for the challenger.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
The challenger's down.
No,
Is this the end?
That's alright.
So you're not going to call the first quadrant and then second safe quadrant. You're just going to call the rotation.
I called all of it. I called the safe half of the room, then the quadrant that was going to be safe to start the mechanic,
Break
then the
time.
quadrant you're going to need to shift. Yeah, we'll take a break. Then the quadrant you need to shift into, and then the next quadrant would be the safe one. In theory, I should just call the safe half, not the last quadrant. But because the last quadrant doesn't really matter per se.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm assuming you're talking about the Arthur's one.
Talking to me?
Oh no, I was talking to Kat. Yeah, no, it definitely makes it a lot easier to visualize the movements on the fly. Now, I think the right way for me to call that, to make it as easy as possible to comprehend, is going to be the safe half of the room. What is it? The safe half of the room, the quadrant, or sorry, the safe half of the room, the quadrant, the dodge spot, and then the safe half of the room again.
So that's the first time we've actually gotten a non-repeating cleave.
Right, that's why I was saying it's all random what you can get, so... If it's easier as well, if people want to do a diagonal dodge, I can always just call safe quadrant 1, safe quadrant 2. If that's fundamentally easier for people to process than a step-by-step. I can just call that too. It just means you may have to be ready to dodge diagonally through the center of the room the second cleave goes off. But provided you don't care about that, that could work just as well. Maybe I'll try that next time we do it. Next time we get there, see if that works any better. Okay, cat and race here good. We'll be good to go.
I'm on the gold saucer on Halicarnassus, and I've only found one other person.
This place is just super dead. I've noticed.
You know what else is super dead, Ash?
No.
Person that fell 21 feet at a baseball game today.
Oh, that guy. What
Actually,
are we
no,
doing?
he died.
I'm trying to figure out what Cat's talking about. And if he's ready.
Talking about our janky ass strat.
Which one? I'm confused what's making Moonlight janky. We're literally doing exactly what the Arthur's video says, that you were like, I highly recommend this strat. So I'm confused how it can be. Yes, I will argue this to the end of my days. Oh, the flex. Are you talking about the fact that you always have to flex into the unsafe versus just doing a true north? Is that what you mean? Gotcha. I'm following what you're saying now. Yeah, because we could do in theory a true north there, but yeah, the flex is easy enough. It's just whatever quadrant I call as safe. You just need to go down the other side of that line. The alternative is it doesn't matter where the stack is.
You have to be against the wall when you do your spread.
Yeah. What do you mean the flex is pointless?
You have to do downtime, like so you're against the wall.
Yeah. It's just a hard downtime when you get the spread. Because in theory the stack just needs to be close enough to the center line of those two. So because in theory the stack should be, in the safe spot. What part is confusing you? The flex is because the idea, Cat, is because instead of us trying to fit 4 spreads into one quadrant and then risking hitting each other because it's tight, you are just taking a step out to create more space. Yeah, once again, the same shit I suggested before with we could just do a flat, one of us always goes at the clone. And then it's either me and Leon adjust or you and Bell adjust. It's literally what I'd suggested last time we raided.
Because the melee have to disconnect no matter what, so no matter what, we are not doing damage, versus the range can continue to do damage. So forcing a caster to do it is dumb when they can actually maintain casting.
Yeah, R1's fizz range, but yeah. Either way, both melee are disconnecting the whole time.
Not, so if we force it to that
good to go in as
it's
well?
gonna I'm ready. But if you force it to the caster to the range slot,
would
make a healer do it.
What he's saying is what's getting him is that he has to find the safe quadrant and then adjust to it, but the first cleave is already a known quantity, is what he's trying to say. I understand what he's doing. It was the same thing I suggested when we were at the start, when we first looked at this mechanic. Because what he's effectively saying is, say the clone jumps to A. Right now, if the clone jumps to A and it's cleaving B, 1 and 4 are both potential safe spots. But right now, if 4 is the safe spot, we all head here, and then I'm going to be standing, say it's a spread or say it's a DPS spread. Leon's down at C, and then, Macy, you're standing shifted towards 4 on the D side, and then Cat has to get to 1. What he's saying is, if the clone jumps to A, why doesn't Leon just always go to A? Next person always go to the next spot, next person always do that, and then if 4 is the safe spot, Cat just goes to C. He goes far to C, you shift your butt to where the mid person would be, and Ruby sits on the D line. And then Leon's the one standing in the cleave dodging it. That's what he's proposing. That's effectively what Cat's talking about. He's talking about this. If there were, say the cleave was starting at 1, right now, if next to 1
there
is the same spot,
there would be a minor shift, but it would be R and then R still, I believe.
It would still be the same format. Right now, this is how the spread happens if the clone is at A, right? And let's just say, Leon and I would always be red, Ruby and Jin would always be yellow, Macy and Dante are always blue, and Cat and Bell are always purple. And if A was the safe quadrant, this is how the spread would look. But if it was C, how it would look is like this. It's identifying where the safe spot was.
I mean, 3 could be closer over here.
Well, Thank you. I wasn't trying to put them down to be perfect. I was just showing.
It's not perfect. Gosh.
Okay, but yeah, that was kind of the idea. But we can just keep rolling if it's fine. Like I said, if we run into an issue.
I do have a question dash just to make sure I understand.
Okay, what you got?
So if the first clone goes to A, has this side open, right?
Yes.
Next clone goes to D and leaves A side not open. So you're stacking here? Are you spreading here and I'm spreading here? Or
Correct.
Okay.
The way we are doing this right now is clone appears at A, clone's cleaving B. All of us come to the D side of the room. The next clone jumps at D, we look at D, and I go, okay, 4 is the one of the two on this half of the room that's not getting hit. At that point, I'm going down here, you're going to be right here, the tank is going to be, here-ish, and then the other tank, in this case, would be Bell, and he's going to be over, like, here. Or Cardinals.
Okay.
And that's how that spread should look. Yes. Or M2. R1 is always furthest away from the danger quadrant. M2 is always in the danger quadrant. For the spread. Yep, you got it. That's how it's working. Okay.
So which one are we doing?
We're just doing what we've been doing.
Yep.
Yep, no change.
That should... I can't do cat strat.
What's Cat's strat?
Or the one he wants to do.
Oh, the adjust each time?
Yeah. I don't
Or
think
the
I can do
shift?
that.
Like I said, I think the strat is fine. It's just a matter of...
We just gotta get there more.
Let's begin,
right, we just have to
shall
see
we?
it. It's the same as everything else. The more we see it, the better we get at it. It's every other mechanic. You just gotta get there enough to see it, to get comfy with it. Luckily, it is probably the hardest thing we have left to get a handle on. So, we get it handled and we're good. In Cardinal.
There. I wonder if you can keep up.
Okay, be close.
Such speed, it's as if there's
Jump
a
in the
pack
seat.
of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Okay, get to your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Going counterclockwise. Knock back. Supports inner card. Stacked up tight.
No, it's because I don't know if I can keep track of True North during that mechanic.
Right. Although it's not a true north you're tracking. You're tracking the relative north.
What?
The problem is, like you saed, you'd be tracking it.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Because north becomes dictated by the clone. That's dashing.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
That's what
My
makes it.
true.
1-3. 1-1. R. Jump to D1. grab him.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Starting at 2-4. Starting at 2-4. First is going to be Ruby, then Leon. I'm guessing you got hit by the cleave? Oh, it looks like you weren't. Okay. Okay, all good.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
In Cardinal.
I thought you said in Barbie.
Yeah, in Carby.
What's Barbie?
I wonder if you can keep up.
Klaus in
Are we
Carby.
relative?
Such speed,
Maybe
it's as
jumping to
if there's a
D4.
pack of him.
We have to start doing mechanics, Carby relative. Things are going to get out of hand real fast.
Which Harvey though?
That's what I mean.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
I'm gonna go with the healer's Barbie because heals come off him, and yours keeps transforming into demons.
Yeah, mine
The
hits
wind
me.
answers my call.
Counterclockwise, knockback. Going counterclockwise. Like I said, there's no way you're rotating the wrong way this time, Jin. I'm fucking gonna stand right next to you. Saw you thinking about it. Backed up. Don't be up with the tank.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
1-3. 3. Be far. Jump to 4.
The challenger's
We'll
down!
grab Dante.
Is this the end?
I'm getting Jin unless you ask.
I can get Jen in a moment.
Not
Okay,
bad.
yeah, if you're able to do that.
Not bad.
Me help.
Coming up at B.
We've scarcely
Jin.
begun.
Hopefully that's the right side.
That is not the right side. Just hang out with us, Jin. Hit from the other side, and then just run through your normal head. So. Oh wait, you don't have a debuff. Okay. We need Cat going
means-
through, and then Ruby. Yeah, we're dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
can't
have
out
a debuff.
DPS this.
Yeah, no, we're dead. All good.
begin, shall we?
Oh, good. We got it.
Challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair.
In Cardinal. In Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Far.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Get to your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Knock back. We're going clockwise. Start rotating. DPS. DPS to Cardinals. Feels like sometimes tracking tremors doesn't hit 8 times.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Flying true!
2-4. 2. Close. Jumping to egg.
Not bad, not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Get where you need to be. Okay, we're starting at 1-3. It'll be Jin first, then me. Jin needs to go. Do his thing. Next is going to be Leon, then Macy. Last set will be capped. Where we keep. Get that head kill.
Bear my biting wings!
Nice jump.
Still you stand. How delightful!
Get the inner cards.
The earth is mine to command!
One is north, supports north. Supports the
Pack
one.
of wolves!
Move. Find your spots. Shift. The boss. It's gonna be a close. Gonna be a close. Watch for the jump. Jump to 1. It's going to 3. Watch the wolf heads. Dodge the wolf heads. Dodge the wolf head. Tank buster next. This will be an invuln buster. Nice job. I'm gonna spread low for this.
Try this!
Look at the clones. Alright, A side is safe. Safe quadrant is 2. Safe quadrant is 2. And then 3 will be the next safe quadrant. 3 is the next safe quadrant.
Oh no, that was too much for the
Those.
challenger.
Stone Fang, it's out. Out Cardinal. I
The
appreciate you.
challenger's
Dante.
down. Is this the end?
Tracking tremors. Everything we got. Throw all the mitt we have.
They're back on their
Also
feet.
a 2
Let's see if they
window.
can stay standing.
Technically a potted 2 window if we still have stuff.
Says you. Okay. And he'll start as enraged here. One more of these. Then
He's gonna enrage, right?
Yeah.
He will
Okay,
enrage.
good. I can't see him.
Victory is mine!
Yes. So that's more or less the reason why we want to make sure we are potting the opener, is because if we do have weird deaths, that can still allow us to push into last phase. But overall, that was really good. Just keep in mind, so I'm gonna call the last safe quadrant. So the way I'm gonna try to do this is I'm basically gonna call the safe half of the room the first safe quadrant, and I'm gonna call the second safe quadrant. It is really just at that point on, it more or less is just, everyone needs to get there, and once you're there, just look at the last clone to eyeball his direction. It should be a pretty obvious where the safe half is, and the spread just needs to happen within that. And I'm not worried about, like, making sure how we're spread per se. It's just make sure if you know you're a spread next, you get to the edge and then you spread around. Because remember, wherever the third guy dashed from, you know, depending, you're going to have a safe half of that room, right? So like if, you know, in this case we go to 4, if we end up going to 4 and you know the last dude to cleave is from D, well then you know that this whole half of the room has to be safe. So just it'll just take a little bit of practice to get used to that, but that'll be the general idea. Is I'll call that last safe quadrant, and once the second dash has happened, you can literally just run into that safe quadrant right away. It might be a diagonal dodge, but that's fine to do. You're able to do that without too much issue. So either way, real close stuff. We're at 5%, so, and that was 5% with a handful of deaths, if I'm not mistaken. Not even withstanding at the end, because I think we went into ad phase, I think, with a death or 2 there. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
5. There's 5 deaths before enrage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it was a handful of deaths, but that's what I was saying. We just want to make sure we pot our openers, and if we do that, we should have more than enough cushion even with some death. And realistically, in a perfect world, based on the way the timing of this fight works, we only really want 1 pot in the first phase, and it's the one at the opener.
Wait, do we
Because-
throw our 2s during the 6 minute? Or whatever?
In theory, we should, unless it's like about to die.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't want to drift it. Like I said, it all kind of depends on where the kill time falls. You know, if it was gonna die within, if it was gonna die, you know, quick enough, then I would say you wouldn't want to. But if you throw your 2s right at the 6-minute mark, and you push, you know, decent, say you push to the extra planner that comes right after tracking tremors, you're looking at 30 seconds. 30 seconds plus the 45 seconds of cutscene. So it would come back up, but that's why I was saying you have 7 minutes in the last phase is 7 minutes including the cutscene. So
There's also a 1-minute cutscene, so we definitely want everything on cooldown anyway, right?
Right, exactly. So you'd want to throw it because we're going to get the cutscene anyway. So no matter what, it's only going to drift it out, like, you know. Like I said, if we were to run to basically right before Howling Blade, which would be the push, or which would be as in Rage, that's 45 seconds. It's 45 seconds from the 2 win, or it gets 40 if you factor 2 GCDs.
Okay.
So yeah, you would want to throw it. What I was saying about the pot was, if you were to pot the 6, it's not going to come back up until the 10, and then you're not going to get another one in the last phase. Or you'll get one in the last phase. If you hold your pot until the first 2 of last phase, you'll get 2 pots in the last phase. So that's why I was saying our first 2-minute window we should be potting. Like the opener we should pot, and then there shouldn't be another pot in the rest of the phase. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
And because it's a 14-minute fight, with that weird cut time in the middle. Because it's a 14-minute fight, assuming you see the whole fight. And I believe you would drift out your last pot there.
So if we're probably in 8 minutes, the fight ends before we get our second pot. Or rather,
It shouldn't.
we
It
can
shouldn't.
pot without 2s. Because
Like
if we're
I said,
playing
I
at
think
8
it's-
minutes, at 8 minutes, or 6 minutes to 8, the fight's over. It's 14 minutes. Right?
I'm just thinking here. So the phase ends at 6:40. Well, the phase ends at 6:40, basically, I would say. So phase 1 ends at 6:40. And then you would add another 45 seconds on top of it. So the phase is going to roll to about 7-something. About 7:20. So if you factor this 40 seconds in, so you have to add another 40 on top of it. You'd have your pot at about Hero Blow, which would happen at about the 8-minute mark. So if your pot was happening at the 8-minute mark, okay, so the pot would happen at Twin Bite. You would have another 4-minute window. Yeah, you'd have time for another pot.
You would, but it wouldn't be with 2s. But yeah. You'd pot the last 30 seconds.
I see what you're
Or I
saying.
guess
I
last
see what you're
minutes
saying. Yes.
of the fight starting.
Nope. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So yeah, in theory, you could pot the 6 if you really wanted to pot the 2s, but keep in mind the faster you kill that.
Oh, I just realized high quality and regular quality potions have different cooldowns.
Yes, they do.
I knew
30
that.
seconds different. Okay.
But you would pot the last ones of the fight.
Exactly. It would basically be the same thing, similar to what we're doing in 7. You basically would get a pot at the very end. She wasn't rocking at Ruby, she was
Let's
stoned.
begin,
It's
shall we?
different.
Oh fuck, my food wore off again.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I don't know, I just sat there, where the fuck did the fairy go? And then went, wait a minute, I hit dissipation literally half a second ago.
And apparently, you can't leave food.
Not double.
I think you can leave it, you just can't double leave food.
I cannot leave it on a 2.1.
Out, Cardinal.
Fuck me.
I'm sorry, 2.11.
That's close, Jim.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Now my shit's all fucked up.
Far. Far, he jumps to D1.
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
What?
What?
That was the unfortunate scenario where we ended up on the same side.
That makes sense. Oh my god, I know I
That's
didn't.
the only downside with this strat for tanks is you gotta know what your partner's doing. Or where your partner's
Yeah.
at.
I would think the easy answer would be just to look where he's jumping. And like if he jumps to C, one of you just always go left, one always go right. But that would be my thought. But
That's
whatever's
the
working for
problem.
you guys.
If you're on the same side, it'll be both left.
No, I'm saying relative to where he jumps. I'm saying so like if it's Rev, if he jumps to A, you know you need to be far, but you're looking at C. One of you goes
Let's
left, one of
begin,
you goes right.
shall we?
You use wherever he's ending as your proximal to no left or right. Because that wouldn't be subjective to where you are in the room. Or I guess an easier way to look at it would be counterclockwise, clockwise of that particular spot. Out. On the Cardinal.
There!
You know,
I say reset this.
I wonder if you can keep up.
for pod, we gotta stop dying on the first one.
I thought it was in their curve.
Mood.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Clock counter.
Yeah. That's what I think you should do, is I would say just treat it as wherever he jumps, one of you always goes clockwise of wherever his end point is, and one of you always goes counterclockwise of it. And that way you always will have a... It'll always be a very distinct, no matter where he goes, you'll always know which direction you're going.
Right. I mean, we've always already been doing clock counter for the movement before you jump anyway, so...
Right. No, that
Let's
makes sense.
begin, shall we?
So we can keep doing that, though.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf?
Okay, so I'm going... What am I going? Counter?
I believe.
I like how we've just been doing
He
it.
should be
Everyone's
going...
thinking about it.
I think he should be going counterclockwise. Is my guess. From what
Yeah, I
I've seen
think
you
I've
guys
been
doing.
going clock the entire time.
In intercard. In intercard.
There!
I'm terrified now of the first tank quest.
I wonder if you can keep
I
up.
believe. It's far.
Such speed, it's
Jump
as
to
if there's
B3.
a pack of him.
Look at that.
No, I cheated. I looked at where Bell was.
Fair enough.
I was already on that side, so
Fenrir's
it's like,
might.
you know.
I rouse the storm.
Okay, get to your spot.
The wind answers my
Knock
call.
back for going counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Start moving.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
It's a blue cover, I think.
It would be a blue cover,
They're
yes.
back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Okay. Got it right. Cardinal. In Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Bar.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Yeah, that works way better.
Yeah, if you just adjust off where he jumps, then it always take it the same side.
Fenrir's might. I rouse the storm.
There's less thinking involved.
Right, well, because then you're not worried about where the other person is. You're only worried
Yeah.
about where he is.
The wind answers my
Knock back,
call.
we're going clockwise. Knock back,
Uh-oh.
we're going clockwise.
Okay.
They're moving.
Oh,
The challenger's down! Is this the end?
It's gonna raise at A, so we're gonna hope.
They're back on their feet! Let's see if they can stay standing!
Nice job.
How that worked
Gonna
out.
hurt.
Good job.
He managed to get up and run his way to the center to get knocked back to the empty tower at red.
Impressive.
I see
Which,
what you
what,
mean. It seemed like that didn't hit very much. I feel like they only hit like 4 times.
Right, like sometimes it feels like it does not hit 8 times. It feels like it hits like 8. And then sometimes it feels like it just never stops.
I misused
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
I did even get quite on that.
That's what I mean. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it goes as long as it normally does.
Fly true.
1, 3. 3. Close. Me jumping towards C. Shield.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Starting 1, 3. It's gonna be Jin and me first.
Are you like directly between the wall and the attic? I go through how you're getting hit.
Yeah, I don't know, that's odd.
So I watched where Leon died and I have no fucking clue how they hit you.
Let's begin.
And you're full
shall we?
health, so it's like, that shouldn't be,
No, I watched the 9999 thing pop up.
No, I know, I'm just saying, like, he's full health, so it's not like it was on him. That's what I was just saying. Okay, intercard, intercard.
There. I wonder if you can keep up.
Okay. Move far. Jump to C.
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Okay, it didn't work that time.
What do you mean?
Because I would end up on the same side as Bell. The clock encounter only works if we're always on the same side at the beginning.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm.
It should always work because it's relative to him.
No, Bell was already there.
The wind answers
Right,
my
I'm
call.
saying-
And that was my starting
Knock
position.
back.
Yeah,
And I'd have to cross all the way across the
Clockwise.
boss.
right.
Going clockwise, rotate. No, I follow what you're saying.
So that doesn't always work.
You would basically just have to be ready to always adjust to the move, even if it meant crossing the boss. Couldn't you do it where he jumps from then? That would work, right?
I can't think right now.
Yeah, no, I was like, we can think about that later. My brain's going to catch it. But...
I just got my ass killed. I'm done.
They're not out of the fight yet.
Yeah, don't do that. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
I was just
Power
can't
could be wielded in surprising
There's
ways.
the things.
I forget that tank buster's there, and I want to set up the center to get
Where
ready
did
for
that
this.
colossal thing come from?
Fly true.
We're looking at 1-3, going to 3. Close. It's gonna be an A.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Where you need to be. Starting at 2-4. Right, we got Macy first, then Cat. Next is going to be Ruby then Leon. It'll be Jin then me. Sure we keep moving. Kill the stone wolf. Nice job.
Bear my fighting wings.
Nice job.
Still you stabbed. How delightful. The earth is mine to
See your
command.
cards. North is 3, supports the 3.
A pack of wolves.
Move. Choose red spots. Shift. It's gonna be a bar. Get a raise on you, Jin. Take this after effect. Take it now.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
I'm hoping Cat stays alive long enough to take this tank buster, get yourself topped, and then throw a healer over as soon as possible.
We don't have a 3 yet.
No, I know. I'm saying after it goes. If she take an
Okay.
auto, you should have it. Yep, there we go. Okay, all good.
Try
Let's
this.
practice this out. Find the homies. B is safe. 3 is the first safe. 3, then 4.
Cat, you're a spread.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
That's all right. Yep. So just remember,
Let's begin, shall
if
we?
you have the circle, you always want to be in between the markers that are, like, I would say, in front of in front of where that first gun is. So, like, if the gun drops on 4, you want to be in between 1D or 3C. If you're the spread. So it's going to be out cardinal, out cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Gonna be close.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Good. 2 spots.
The wind answers
Knock
my
back.
call.
We're going clockwise. Start moving. DPS intercard.
Stack had hands that time.
Better talking shit.
Pretty much. It heard.
They must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
It took that personally.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly
1,
true!
3. 1. Far. That 2.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
We're starting at 2-4. First, it's going to be Macy and Leon. Set will be Cat, followed by Ruby.
I need a little heal.
You're fine. Last one is going to be me and Jim.
Sorry, I just called it because I hadn't taken my line stack yet, but I got hit by the previous one.
It's not a 1-1-1.
I don't know what that means.
What I'm saying is that you're not guaranteed to always get a line stack.
Really? I've gotten one literally every single time.
Bear my fighting wings!
Because I definitely did not get one that last time.
Yeah, that's weird. I've literally gotten one every single mechanic.
I mean, it's a 33% chance. I think it was just a weird coincidence.
Still
Because yeah, I didn't
your
get one that
stats.
time.
How delightful! The earth is mine to command.
3 is north. Supports the 3.
Pack of wolves!
Move. Find your spot. Shift. Fox is back. It's gonna be far. Gonna be far. He jumped to D4.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Yeah. I sidestepped that late. I'm an idiot. Just out of position, I'm guessing, on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All good.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out, Cardinal.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Far. See?
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers
Your
my
spots.
call.
We're going counterclockwise. Counterclockwise.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger. The challenger's down. Is this the end?
Did you get clipped by the?
I thought you said clockwise, so I was wrong.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, all good. All good. Oops. Sorry about that, Jim.
Let's begin, shall we?
I didn't even see what you do.
Can the challenger defeat
Doing
the wolf
party
in
lists
his
too.
own lair?
Maybe you won't see what I did.
I'm gonna assume overroot your shield.
That's
No, I'm guessing that's the only thing he can do.
in inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close.
Such speed, it's as
Jumping
if
to
there's a
two.
pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Knock back. Going clockwise. Going clockwise. Start moving. Supports Cardinal.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
He's gonna hurt.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
Let's just be safe. Let's get to phase 2.
Let's begin, shall we?
Safety game, everything.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Enter card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
R.
Such speed is as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
You're on clockwise. Supports the cardinal.
Jen, you are spoofing me?
What'd I do?
Just the way you move on clockwise is scary.
Get away from the tanks.
Must have hurt. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Flying true!
1 to 3. 1 to 3. Maybe close. It's jumping 1.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Alright, first is going to be me, then Jen. That's that. It's going to be Cat, then Leon. Last one will be Macy, then Ruby. Kill the heads. Nice job.
That's fast.
Very fast.
Bear my biting wings!
Yeah, they're off by a good few seconds.
It's gonna really hurt 30 seconds because he goes away exactly at the time.
Yep.
Still you stand.
Okay.
How delightful!
Look at the inner cards. Be ready to move.
The earth is
Sprint
mine
to
to command.
which I would advise. North is 1. DPS to 1.
Pack of wolves!
Move. Get to your spots. That was
That's my
real
spot.
unfortunate.
Did my body go off?
Yes.
My bad.
Your body covered the entire safe spot.
I'm sorry. I would have moved if I could have.
Okay,
I got to the stack late and got hit.
Yep, that's alright. That's okay.
Oh. I used my no mercy. What?
Yeah.
Let's begin, shall we?
Something?
He accidentally popped something.
Can the
Here's
challenger
your
defeat the
setting.
wolf in his own lair?
He accidentally popped no mercy.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Out. Inner card.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Close.
Such
Jump
speed,
into
it's as if
B2.
there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm.
Black spots.
The wind
Spread
answers my
spots.
call.
Knock back. Going counterclockwise. Going counterclockwise. Start rotating now. Supports on Cardinals. Stack.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Get a raise on him.
Fly true!
Looking at 2-4. Going to 2.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Read far. Far.
The challenger's down. Is this the end?
We must have went through.
Must have him. It was odd.
Not bad.
I took all three of those. That's the only reason I could figure it out.
But we've scarcely begun.
Well, I only saw the drop of 108k, but definitely had more HP than 108k, so.
No, yeah, I was tops. That doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Oh, you definitely got a better tank cluster.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I'm gonna have to make more pots before tomorrow.
Oh, I forgot the pot.
I made like 800 a while ago. In Cardinal.
There!
I decided to set up potting at this point, I'll pop
Pop the
I
second
wonder if you
window.
can keep up.
And that
end
was
of Q1
Oh yeah.
equals the
will be
same.
an in.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of them.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it gets thrown, especially when we're not seeing the whole fight yet, I don't see any reason why that hurts.
Ruby just wants to make sure we get past the first mechanic.
Yeah, basically.
With Fenrir's
I respect
might,
it.
I rouse a storm.
Okay, get your spots.
The wind answers my call.
Knockback, we're going clockwise. Going clockwise. Start moving. Supports on the Cardinals.
I like playing with fire and standing in the center of the room like that.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Liking to live
Fenrir's
dangerously.
power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
Okay,
Fly true.
1 or 3. 1 or 3. Far. Jump to 4.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Starting at 2-4. First is going to be Macy, then Leon.
This game is very rude.
Next will be Cat and Ruby. So Cat, then Ruby. Alright, last set will be me, followed by Jen. There we go.
That was very close.
Yes, yes it was. Okay, 2 should be coming up right about now.
Bear my biting wings.
Perfect. Okay.
Still you stand. How delightful.
Look at the inner cards.
The
Look at
earth
inner
is
cards.
mine to command.
4 is north, DPS to 4.
Pack of wolves.
Move, move, move. Find your spots. Shift. In. Dodge the clones. It's going to be an in. He's jumping towards 1D. Watch the clones on the wall after. Watch the clones on the wall now. Tank Buster.
Thank you, thank you.
Put a spread load for this.
Take this.
Okay, watch the clones. We're going to start at the D side. 1 is the safe quadrant. 1 is the safe quadrant. And then 2 is the next safe quadrant. So wait for the second dash. Go to 2. And just get those spreads away from stuff. Perfect. Dodge the guys. Stone. Colors out. Out cardinal. Out cardinal. Out cardinal. It's alright. Jin, spam heals as soon as you get up. Throw any mitt we have. Any mitt we have.
Such potent magics! But will they be enough to turn the tide?
Yeah, there
The
was nothing I
challenge
could
is
do there.
down! Is this the end?
I always forget about the fucking wolves when we have to go to a cardinal.
Yep, same.
Yep.
Every
It's
time.
the get to the cardinal, and then it's remembering that following that immediately after is going to be the stone and wind. So
Honestly,
once we've done all
it's the cardinal that gets me because once I get hit by that, I forget there's a mechanic after because I just get completely thrown by the fucking dogs in the center.
yeah, stone is also just more brutal because yeah, he's right. You have to get out. But either way, honestly, not a terrible fall. We basically got through it. We just had that last little bit there. So, and then obviously the stone just went a little bit sideways, I think. So that'll be our goal for tomorrow. We did see 5%, so we did knock off another 20-something% or something like that, or 16% or something from what we've seen before. So we're getting there. So that'll be the goal for tomorrow. If you have not looked at the toolbox things that are out there for